Chapter 6. Varying Lifestyles in Animals. You have learned in Class 4 that animals are found everywhere on land, in air, in water. Different animals live in different places. The home or natural surrounding of an animal is called its habitat. The animals depend on their habitat for food, air, and shelter. The body of an animal has features that enable it to survive in its habitat. Breathing in animals. You know that all living things breathe air all the time. Breathing is the process of taking in air rich in oxygen and giving out air rich in carbon dioxide. Different animals have different organs for breathing. Let us learn about them. Life skills. Always breathe in air through your nose. The tiny hair present in the nose act as filters and prevent dust particles from entering your body. Gills. Most aquatic animals like fish, tadpoles, and crabs breathe through gills. Gills are stacks of thin flaps connected to the animal's blood supply. As the water rich in oxygen flows over the gills, the animals take in oxygen dissolved in water and release carbon dioxide into water. Factopedia. Fish die when kept on land because the gill flaps stick together and collapse. Gills do not work on land. Body surface or moist skin. Some animals like earthworm, microscopic animals like amoeba and paramecium breathe through their moist skin. Frogs are amphibians that breathe through their moist skin when in water. Spiracles. Insects like grasshoppers and cockroaches breathe through tiny holes called spiracles present on their bodies. Air enters the body through spiracles and enters each cell of the body through breathing tubes that form a network throughout the body. Lungs. Animals that live on land breathe through lungs. Mammals, amphibians, and reptiles are lung breathers. Human beings have a pair of lungs that lie below the rib cage in the chest cavity. Air enters lungs through the nose via the windpipe. The lungs have a rich supply of blood vessels. On inhaling, oxygen is absorbed by the blood in the lungs and is carried to all cells of the body. The oxygen is used to break down the food in the cells. This process produces carbon dioxide and energy. The carbon dioxide produced is released in the blood to the lungs and is exhaled out through the nose. Body coverings. Depending on the habitat animals live in, they have different body coverings. Shells. The bodies of some animals like snail, tortoise, and turtle have a hard shell that protects their soft bodies from enemies and from drying out. When they sense danger, they withdraw their heads and limbs into the shell. Scales. Scales cover the bodies of animals like snakes, fish, crocodiles, and lizards. The scales in fish are overlapping and waterproof. They allow easy movement. The scales of snakes, crocodiles, lizards, reptiles are hard and heavy and prevent water loss from their bodies. Fur and wool. Animals like polar bear, yak, and sheep live in very cold places. Their bodies are covered with fur to protect them from the cold. Feathers. The bodies of birds are covered with feathers. Feathers help birds to fly, keep them warm, and protect them from rain. Spines. The bodies of animals like porcupines have sharp spines on them. They protect them from enemies. Hair. The bodies of mammals are covered with hair. Hair protect them from the cold and keep them warm. Movements in animals. Animals move from place to place to look for food, to protect themselves from enemies, and to find shelter. Animals have different organs to move. Land animals. Most land animals like cows, dogs, crocodiles, and lizards have 4 limbs to move. They use all their 4 limbs to move. Reptiles crawl on their short limbs. Snakes do not have legs. They move with the help of plates present on the underside of their bodies. Earthworms have segmented bodies which they can extend and contract. It enables them to move. Insects have legs to walk. Some insects like grasshoppers and butterflies have wings to fly in air. Animals that fly. You have just learned that some insects fly with the help of their wings. Birds are animals whose forelimbs are modified to wings. Wings have feathers on them. They use their wings to fly. Birds use their hind limbs to walk, hop, run, or perch on trees. The bones of birds are hollow and thus light. Their body is streamlined, enabling them to cut through the air easily. Aquatic birds like ducks use their webbed feet to swim in water. Animals that live in water. Fish are the most common aquatic animals. They have a streamlined body that can move in water easily. They use their fins to move in water. The paired fins help them to move forward. The unpaired fins help to keep balance, and the tail fin helps to change direction. Frogs use their webbed feet to swim in water. Penguins have two flippers, which help them to swim in water. Turtles have paddle-like limbs that help them to swim in water. Factopedia. An insect called water boatman uses its legs as oars to swim. Migration. Some animals move in groups covering large distances every year to breed or escape cold weather or shortage of food. Such mass movement of animals is called migration. Arctic tern, Siberian crane and white storks are examples of migratory birds. The monarch butterfly is an example of a migratory insect. Locust is a migratory insect that damages crops. Eel is a migratory fish that lives in fresh water and travels to the sea to breed. Whales are aquatic mammals that migrate from the North Pole at the beginning of winter to the warmer tropical seas to breed. When the climate becomes too warm, the whales migrate back to the polar region along with their young. Feeding habits of animals. Depending on the kind of mouthparts animals possess, they eat different kinds of foods. Animals can be grouped as follows, according to the food they eat. Factopedia. The Arctic tern makes the longest migration than any other bird. It covers more than 50,000 kilometers. Herbivores. They are plant-eating animals like cow, goat, and deer. They have sharp incisors to cut grass and broad molars to chew and grind the food. Squirrels, rabbits, and rats have sharp and long incisors to nibble on hard seeds and fruits. They are called rodents. Carnivores. They are flesh-eating animals like tiger, leopard, and lion. They have sharp and curved canines to tear flesh and broad molars to chew and grind bones. Eagles and kites are carnivorous birds that have strong sharp hook beaks to hold the prey and tear the flesh. Frogs use their long sticky tongue to capture insects and flies. Factopedia. Canines are absent in herbivores. Omnivores. They are animals like crow, bear, and dog that eat both plant products and flesh of animals. They have sharp incisors and strong molars that enable them to eat both plant parts and flesh. Scavengers. They are animals like hyena, jackal, and vulture that eat the flesh of dead animals. New words. Breathing. The process of taking in and giving out air. Habitat. The natural surrounding in which an animal lives. Spiracles. Tiny holes on the body of insects that help in breathing. Migration. The mass movement of animals over large distances due to shortage of food, to escape the extreme cold or to breed. Rodents. Animals with sharp and long incisors to nibble at food. Herbivores. Plant-eating animals. Carnivores. Flesh-eating animals. Omnivores. animals that eat both plant products and flesh. Scavengers, animals that eat the flesh of dead animals. A quick recall. Animals are found in different habitats. Animals have special body parts that enable them to survive in their habitats. Animals have different organs like lungs, gills, body surface, and spiracles to breathe. Animals have different body coverings like scales, hair, fur, spines, and feathers. Animals use different body parts like legs, wings, fins, flippers to move from one place to another. Some animals migrate every year due to shortage of food, to escape extreme cold, or to breed. Animals eat different kinds of food depending on their mouth parts. They can be grouped as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and scavengers.